Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about the 5 best budget basketball shoes that came out in 2024. So these all have a retail price below $100 USD before any further discounts. These are the newest releases this year. And yes, I know eventually we'll have to factor in inflation and all that. But for now, I still like to consider a shoe to be a true budget shoe, only if it's priced at $100 or under. This is honestly the price range where the fun stuff happens. You can really get to see how brands are competing at the lowest cost possible. Some of them are creative designs, some of them are decent takedown models of their premium line, and then there's some that are simply trash. Your options are obviously not limited to these 5 that I picked today. Air Max Impact 4, Dame Certified 2, Giannis Immortality 3, UA Lockdown 6, my favorite famous footwear special. But for the sake of updating things, I can't just be talking about the same shoes over and over again. So new affordable faces. The top 2 that you're gonna see on this list today, I think are even comparable to some of the best regular price hoop shoes out there. I only have one honorable mention, and that is the Puma Genetics. I'm guessing that some of you might not have even heard of this shoe. It's a totally under the radar one. Well, I actually found out that this shoe existed from NBA 2K, like in the Puma shoe section. Traction was the biggest highlight from my experience playing in the Puma Genetics. They're actually loud and squeaky. Pretty rare from the brand. Good against a very dusty floor too. Pro Foam is their lower tier tech, but it's not stiff or uncomfortable. Simple, no major downsides, and I think they look pretty cool, like style-wise. Oh, and I never really got a chance to talk about these guys. 1 or 2 people have suggested me to try these Decathlon basketball shoes, and I did, and they're pretty fucking awesome. I paid about $60 Canadian, so that's like a less than $50 beast in USD. All right, starting off at number 5, this is more of a safe option from Adidas, and that is the Trae Unlimited 2. I say safe option because it gives you a little bit of everything. Not safe as in like it's a super secure fit. Nope. Lockdown is actually the biggest drawback maybe. Anyways, traction is the silent but effective type, right around average. And this shoe is essentially a mini Trae 3. You get a nice and subtle bounce in your movements. Compared to the first Trae Unlimited, they reduced the weight and became more agile for faster movements. They are waifu friendly, so you get a very spacious fit going true to size. Comfort is quite nice too. Also from Adidas, the Dame Certified 2 from last year actually has better traction performance from my experience. Trae Unlimited 2 is slightly more comfortable on feet, so there is a trade-off. You can decide based on which aspect is more important to you. They're about the same price, 90 and 95 bucks. And among this year's budget shoes so far, the Trae Young ones are at least a top 5, in my opinion. Coming in at number 4, I've only got these recently, so their ranking might even go up higher on this list, like later. But they definitely won't go down, because I'm starting to like these a little more each time, and that is the Nike Precision 7. Should be 80 bucks retail. I think for those of you in the US, you got the easy on version first. You guys always get more and better stuff. Actually, I take that back. I'm not playing on a wheelchair. Oh, they don't need shoes. Never mind. Big change up design-wise from the Precision 5 and 6. They kind of went back to the Precision 4 with that huge Nike swoosh. I remember they did a black and red colorway just like this on the Precision 4 too. This line is so cheap and so good that it even became dad shoes for some. I've seen people wearing them casually on the street all the time. Now with this newest model, traction is still top-notch. Hard stop, no problems, even on a super dusty court. I've played full court in these on like a skating rink pretty much. That's how slippery that court was, and I never slipped a bit, so nothing to worry about with the traction. Cushion, I mean, what do you expect? It's Nike's cheapest basketball shoe, but it's slightly improved from the previous versions. You get a little bit of bounce back, a little bit of impact protection, just enough to get the job done. Materials, I did not like how it wrinkles on top. But in terms of functionality, it didn't really affect the wrap around your feet. Lockdown compared to the Trae Unlimited 2 is much more secure, and they're extremely lightweight, fast, no BS. Precision 7, good one. And number 3, this shoe, when I first got it, I was totally impressed. I thought it had a fair chance to be the best budget shoe this year, but then the next two show that. Anyways, at number 3 is the Curry Splash 24 from Under Armour. These guys go for exactly $100, again, prior to any potential discounts. They went old school with the cushioning setup, featuring a full-length micro-G midsole. It has decent shock absorption, especially against hard impacts. You get a smooth and seamless transition on feet. For a Curry shoe, they're surprisingly wide and spacious. The midfoot area is very rifle friendly. Compared to the Precision 7, I have this higher up for now, mostly because of the comfort. We rarely get a nice and cozy shoe that doesn't require any break-in time at this price range. However, with the Curry Splash 24, you should be good to go right from the start. Traction pattern reminds me a lot of the BB Shift from Converse with the radial pattern that spreads out. Yeah, these ones, Steph did wear them during the All-Star event in that 3-point shootout against Sabrina. Otherwise, he almost never wore his budget shoes. I don't like that, but I love these shoes. At second place is currently my favorite shoe at this price range. And I am judging the book by its cover a little bit here, I admit. And that is the new Flash from Way of Weight, going for $99 on their official site. All 3 of these colorways that I have should be available now. I probably like the white pair the most. It's super clean, but I mean, the Flash symbol goes perfectly with black and yellow. I just can't rock it too well, given how pale I am. Performance-wise, to be absolutely honest, it doesn't wow you in any particular aspect, but it also doesn't fail in any aspect. Is that good or bad? Usually a good thing to me. By the way, for the Wave Flash, I would strongly recommend going half size up. But the other shoes on this list, true to size was best for me as someone with slightly wider feet. Traction isn't very squeaky. Grips really well though. Clean courts, dusty courts, outdoor courts, these are good to go as well. It is their tough RB also. Whenever you see that on a Li Ning or Way of Weight shoe, that's an automatic green check mark for outdoor use. Cushion, average at best. No boom in it, but it's not a brick. Let's just leave it as that. Lockdown is very secure, so that was good. No issues with the stability and support. The shape of the heel cap, especially moving towards the bottom, I consider that to be an unexpected plus. So your feet sit very nicely in position. A lot of budget shoes, because of the cheap materials and minimal setup, they can feel shaky on feet, but that is not the case with the Wave Flash, even though it is very light. Now, the best budget shoe that you can get right now, this is not just 2024, not just releases from the past year, but when we're talking about some of the best shoes you can get under $100 ever, this is probably on top 2, and that is the Nike GT Cut Academy. Why is the GT Cut Academy so good? Traction is the biggest reason. This shoe probably has the best traction performance, especially on a very dusty court. Not just from budget shoes, but from all shoes. It's a super consistent grip, loud and squeaky, and they really don't pick up too much dust, based on my experience. Aside from the elite traction, cushion is about average, decent for its price. Materials are surprisingly not so cheap or plasticky. It's just a standard mesh that causes no pinching or discomfort. They're very lightweight, minimal type of feeling in general. For anybody looking for an affordable option, right around $100, this is the #1 shoe that I would recommend. Again, the way they named it is just to draw your attention, as if it has something to do with the GT Cut, but it really doesn't. I don't know if you guys have seen the GT Hustle Academy. Well, they're repeating the same trick. We'll see how that one turns out. It'll most likely be priced at $90, $95, something like that. And the GT Hustle 3 is also coming out later, I believe. So those are my top 5 under $100 so far this year. Just a friendly reminder that affordable shoes are nice, but if you buy a bad pair that you can't use, you still wasted however much you spend essentially. With any of these 5, you should be getting great value for your money. Please feel free to share which budget shoes work the best for you. Let's see some of the nasty deals that you got recently down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.